What's up everybody, it's me with ADHD and the end of the year is fast approaching. Now in previous videos I've discussed with you guys the importance of setting goals and how it can really be a help for people with ADHD. Well, in this video I thought I would go through my own personal year-end goals, how I did in them, and whether or not I actually set the right goals to begin with. So let the judging commence. Before I do get into this video though, click that subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay up to date with all of my new content. It can be pretty important for ADHDers to have these goals because it keeps us focused, and then it also gives us something to build towards to keep us on track. Sometimes it's rather easier said than done though. I mean, first of all, it's hard for us to set long-term goals because we have issues with focus. Another issue is one that I fell into the trap of this year, and that's we set too ambitious of goals. A pretty common ADHD trait is to take on so much more than you can handle because the pressure of that releases the dopamine into your brain, and then it gives you that boost that we're all searching for constantly. Sometimes we're just dopamine junkies, and that means that we take on way too much. Combine that with time blindness and the fact that we do not compensate for all the obstacles that might get in the way, such as other work or appointments and stuff, and then the fact that we constantly underestimate the length of time that it takes to do something. It's just a recipe for disaster. So anyway, what were my goals that I set? The first one was to stay under 215 pounds. Going into December, I was 205 pounds. I was super confident. I was like, yeah, I can handle this. It'll be totally fine. It's only a month. I didn't account for the fact that I was going out of country at the beginning of the year to a retreat for work, which I wasn't in control of the food that they serve there. That immediately knocked me out of ketosis, which was the first thing. Then after that, it's Christmas and all of the food is everywhere. And obviously I was just gonna eat whatever everybody else is eating. That point I was out of ketosis, so I didn't wanna make keto food. And it just snowballed from there, and then now I am 220 pounds, 5 pounds over the weight that I'd set for myself, 15 pounds over the weight I was at the beginning of December, and we're not off to a great start. So the next one was to reduce our debt by the end of the year. This one I actually did really well with. Despite the fact that I have the impulsivity to spend all the time, I managed to slowly but surely reduce our debt by half, which I was pretty happy with, and that's 1 point to me. Another one was to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That one I didn't manage either, and again, it's my fault. I had planned a ton of videos to shoot this year, and I ended up just not being able to find the time to shoot, not being able to find the time to edit. I wasn't happy with some of the ones that I did do, so that inconsistency is what cost me this end goal. Plain and simple. The next one was to do more creative photo shoots, and this one I did well in again. My ADHD did get in the way at times, but I shot significantly more than I have done in the past. And if you want to check out any of those photo shoots, this is my Instagram name. It's also in the description below. Check out some of my photos on there and follow me on there as well. This one I was particularly happy with because it also helped me with my next goal, which was to improve my photography as a whole. As a professional, I'm always trying to improve my photography and do better all the time, so the fact that I was able to go out and shoot more stuff then led to the fact that I can improve as a photographer, which is, amazing. So that's 2 for me on the board there. The last one I had was to listen to 2 photography podcasts a week. This one, I failed. I started out really well and I was listening to 2 every single week, but then it just petered out, and then I missed one week, and then I felt like I had to watch 3 the next week, and it just became snowball effect, and then before I know it, I'd stopped altogether. So this one was a big fail. Looking at these scores, I think I did pretty well. I could have done better, but I think it's really important to set these goals because there was a ton of new stuff that I was able to do and learn, and more important than that, I was able to learn where I went wrong. Almost all of the goals that I failed on were ones that I set that were super specific and number orientated almost. So take the subscribers for instance. I set that goal at 500 subs 3 months before the end of the year. That required a massive commitment from me, and also it gave me a number that if I did not get to that number, then I failed. And that's where I think I went wrong with that. I think a better goal to set would have been work towards increasing the amount of subs you have by the end of the year. This leaves it so that you can still keep improving on your sub count, but at the same time, you're not stressing over reaching one certain number, and you can still feel like you've improved at the end of the year. It was the same with the podcast. Because I'd set it to this specific number of 2 a week, when I missed one in that week, I felt really guilty, or I felt like I had to watch more the next week, and it just kind of became such a chore to do it that I just ended up not wanting to do it at all. I think a better way to go about it would have been to just set the goal of listen to more podcasts this year. Do you see what I'm getting at here? With my weight, I didn't factor in my trip or Christmas. External factors that get in the way of a timed goal. Time blindness in a nutshell. A better one for that would have been keep eating healthy and maintain a good weight throughout the year. See, setting goals is a really good thing, and it'll help you get those places that you want to be. Just make sure that you're setting manageable goals and those pesky ADHD symptoms don't get in the way. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop me a comment if you had any end of year goals that you managed to stick to, or if you didn't, let me know. I'd like to talk to you about it. Like the video if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one.